3 days after the voicemail surfaced, the location was still being kept quiet. Not delayed, not under review, quiet. Officially, authorities described it as a decommissioned section of track, an old part of the system that no longer mattered. Unofficially, no one wanted to talk about it at all. Questions were redirected, requests were denied, and every attempt to learn more ended the same way. There was nothing there worth investigating. The silence around the location didn't feel accidental. It felt intentional. Every question led to a dead end. Every request was quietly dismissed. Officials repeated the same explanation, word for word, as if it had been rehearsed. There was no danger, they said, no mystery, no reason to look any further. But the more they insisted, the clearer it became. This was something they didn't want examined too closely. The location didn't appear on any public map. It wasn't marked as restricted, abandoned, or even inactive. Navigation apps showed nothing at all. No warnings, no symbols, no empty space where something should have been. It was as if the location had never existed in the first place, as if it had been deliberately removed from view. At first, I assumed it was a technical error, a corrupted file, a bad signal, something explainable. But the voicemail timestamp didn't match the system logs. It was recorded after the phone was officially shut down. No power, no network, no possible way for a message to exist. And yet, it did. Daniel lived alone. No roommates, no nearby family. His phone was found in his apartment, untouched. Battery removed. SIM card missing. Yet the voicemail was sent 3 days later, from a location Daniel had never visited. A place erased from public maps. Somewhere that should not exist. His sister returned to the apartment that same night. Everything looked normal at first. No signs of a struggle. No broken locks. No forced entry. But then she noticed something wrong. The answering machine light was blinking, indicating a new message, one that had arrived after the police left. She hesitated before pressing play. Her finger hovered over the button. A strange silence filled the room. Then the message began. At first, there was only static. Soft, distorted breathing. And then a voice. Not Daniel's, but one that somehow knew her name. She froze, her breath caught in her throat. The voice spoke slowly, deliberately, as if it knew it was being listened to. It mentioned details no stranger should know. Her childhood street, a nickname only her family used. And then it said something that made her heart race. Daniel hadn't sent the message alone. The line went silent. No static, no distortion. Just a clean, deliberate end. She stared at the phone, waiting for it to ring again. It didn't. Minutes passed, then hours. By nightfall, one thought refused to leave her mind. If Daniel wasn't alone, then someone else knew where he was.
The authorities never explained how that voicemail bypassed every known limitation. No signal towers covered that area. No active infrastructure remained underground. Yet the data was clean, uninterrupted, and unmistakably human. What disturbed investigators most wasn't where the message came from, but when it was sent. According to the system logs, Daniel's voicemail was recorded 6 minutes after his disappearance was officially confirmed.
That detail changed everything. It meant Daniel hadn't vanished before the message. He vanished after it, which raised a terrifying possibility. Someone or something was still with him when the voicemail was recorded, and whatever it was, knew exactly how to stay hidden. The investigation slowed after that, not officially, but quietly. Files were locked, access was restricted, and certain names stopped appearing in reports. Requests for information were denied without explanation. Internal memos went missing. Daniel's case wasn't closed, it was contained.
Months passed with no answers. Daniel's sister stopped trusting official statements. She started following patterns instead. Every disappearance, every sealed report, every erased location, they all shared one detail. They were connected to places the public was told no longer existed. One location appeared more often than the rest: an abandoned section of the underground rail system, closed after a classified incident years earlier. Officially, it was sealed, listed as unsafe, removed from public maps. But unofficially, surveillance cameras were still active, motion sensors still triggered alerts, and someone was still paying to keep it that way.
Daniel's sister wasn't supposed to see the footage, but someone leaked it anyway. The video was grainy, the timestamp corrupted, yet one frame stood out. A figure on the platform, standing perfectly still, not looking at the tracks, but directly at the camera, waiting. The frame lasted less than a second, but it was enough. When analysts enhanced the image, they noticed something deeply unsettling. The figure had no visible face, no eyes, no mouth, just a smooth, dark surface where human features should have been. And yet, the curve was unmistakable. It was smiling.
The footage was pulled within minutes. The source vanished without explanation, and Daniel's sister received a single warning: no signature, no sender, no traceable origin, just a message on her screen. Stop asking questions. Stop digging into places that were never meant to be reopened. The message ended with 3 words: "You were never alone."
She almost stopped after that. Almost. But curiosity turned into obsession, and obsession into certainty. Daniel hadn't disappeared by accident. He had found something hidden beneath the city, something that still needed people to notice it before it could disappear again. 1 week later, she returned to the abandoned station alone. No cameras, no official records, no permission. Just a single phone in her pocket. At exactly 2:17 a.m., her screen lit up. An incoming voicemail from a number she recognized.
Daniels. And this time, it was still ringing.